will be done. So chain rule. Some people baptize it as Jacobian chain rule or Jacobian chain rule, depending on where you came from, or Jacobo if you came from where I came from. So the chain rule is a very simple rule. It's a simple method of differentiation. So we'll just handle examples and I will tell you how it flows. Number one, if you are given a function of x raised to power 4 minus 2x squared plus 2x plus 1 raised to power 10, you are told to differentiate using chain rule. So using chain rule, the first rule you do, let u. Remember, in all this thing we are just using u and v. So let u be equal to this function, which is x raised to power 4 minus 2x squared plus 2x plus 1. So if our function is f of x or y equals to this, then u is equal to this. What about very fast du? Just get du dx. Du dx here is 4x cubed. Just differentiate this. Becomes 4x cubed minus 4x plus 2. If you differentiate, you just bring down the power, then you lessen it by 1. Bring down the power, multiply by the coefficient, lessen by 1. So this is du dx. Then our initial function y equals to, if we let the whole of this to be u, so you just say u raised to power 10. Therefore, from here also you get dy du equals to, differentiate this, you get 10u raised to power 9. Therefore, dy dx, be keen here class, dy dx. Remember, we just let this to be equal to u. Then we differentiated it to get du dx. Then we just rewrote this equation as y equals to this value raised to power 10. But this value we said it to be equal to u. So it's the same as y equals to u raised to power 10. Then again we got dy with respect to u. You differentiate this. So you got 10, we get 10u raised to power 9. So 10u raised to power 9. Therefore, dy dx equals to dy du times du dx. This is just playing around with these differentials, with these letters. dy dx equals to dy du times du dx, such that you can easily cancel du and du, so that you remain with dy dx, which is this dy dx. Class again, dy dx equals to dy du times du dx. So you can easily cancel du and du. You remain with dy dx. So writing dy dx in this form is just the same as writing dy du times du dx. So what is our dy du? Our dy du is this. Just replace 10u raised to power 9 times du dx. Our du dx is this, 4x cubed minus 4x plus 2. But we want our answer in form of x. So we have u. So you just substitute 10. Our u, initially we said let our u be equal to this. So just replace this with u, which is x raised to power 4 minus 2x squared plus 2x plus 1. But it is raised to power 9. Then this you multiply by du dx, which is 4x cubed minus 4x plus 2. And that's our answer for the chain rule. Very simple. We take one.